So last for me is Somebody Somewhere, which just came back for season 2 on HBO. I love this show. It's Bridget Everett, who is a comedian and also apparently a cabaret singer.
That is where I first learned of her, because on social media, in the Bravo Andy Cohen world, he loves her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And she was a New York-based cabaret performer. She's very well endowed up top.
There's some real good boob comedy in this show.
They were a character unto themselves in her cabaret show. And she wears these dresses that look like they're barely hanging on to her. And she's got a very she'll whisper, sing, and then really belt it out. So I learned about her by seeing clips on social media, kind of like how I discovered Lizzo for the very first time. I went, who is that playing that flute? What? So it was like, who is that throwing her boobs in someone's face in a cabaret club? So she has been very well known and beloved in New York for a long time. And it's long overdue in New York's opinion that she's starting to get the notoriety and the recognition through TV shows and some film appearances that she's, because Amy Schumer was really the one that was like, I'm going to start putting you in a bunch of things.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that sort of helped break her out. They have a very interesting dynamic, and Bridget's awesome.
Yeah, I love her. I just knew of her as a comedic actress, so I was aware of her on that level. There is singing in this show. They've kind of incorporated it. It's not a huge part of it, but there is some singing, which is how I then became aware, like, oh, is she a singer? Is that part of what's going on with her? And obviously, yes. The answer is yes. So season 2, she's really impressive. It's a comedy, but there's a lot of not happy stuff that is happening, but sort of a funny person dealing with tragedy and tragic things happening. I mean, the acting chops, really, really good. She's doing a good job. Her best friend in her small hometown situation is played by Jeff Hiller. And he is so fun. They had a scene that literally I was like, you know, when you laugh so hard, you get cramps in your stomach.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was really, really funny. John was giving me a hard time because it's only at this point been back for a couple episodes. So he's like, you can't talk about it. I'm like, yes, I can. I can talk about it.
Yeah, because it's season 2, John.
Well, it's also just one of your favorite shows. So
I do like it a lot.
The idea that you would pause in any way now that you could talk about it again.
It's gotten great reviews from its first season, so I'm not surprised if you haven't watched it. There's a lot of buzz around it.
Yeah, good. Well-deserved buzz. So the other characters that have returned for season 2, we've got Murray Hill.
Oh, wow.
Who is very fun.
Also a New York icon in the performance world. But sadly, their house burnt down last year.
I didn't know
their
that.
apartment burnt down last year. And I know that from Andy Cohen or Bridget posting. I mean, it's a very small world.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, why do I know this? But yeah, a New York comedian and a drag king performer.
Yes. So this season 2, I wasn't sure what was going on because the dad character was off on a fishing trip. And then I looked it up online, and apparently Mike Hagerty, who played the dad, has passed away, which I didn't realize. So they are in the process of writing him out of the show, which is very sad.
I love him.
Yeah, he was really sweet in the first season, and I'm not sure how they're going to deal with it because they're already dealing with some kind of heavy topics with the mom character. So maybe they were like, oh, geez, we don't want to have to double down on that right out of the gate. So right now,
can I just say in one of the best Goldie Hawn movies ever, Overboard.
Oh.
He played...
Those are mine.
He played Uncle Billy, which was, the best friend to the character Dean, but played by my beloved Kurt Russell. I just rewatched it a month ago, and he was just such a...
His character is the one that takes the blame for the panties.
Yeah.
Those are mine. I wear them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, that's
those are
so
my
funny.
initials.
But now looking at pictures of him recently, I don't think I realized how old he'd gotten. So you can get away from you're like, oh, okay, he was sort of up there, but it seemed a little too young and sudden. That's sad.
Yeah. So another character that I want to give a shout out to is the actress who plays her sister, Mary Catherine Garrison. Oh my goodness. What a hilarious prickly sister situation, which is very fun just because, having multiple sisters and you go through times when you're like not getting along, but you love each other and it's very relatable in that way. Although she's a real challenge. It's very funny. And she's going through some shit and she's doing a great job. The actress and the character is very fun. And then we got Tim Bagley in this second season.
God.
So we'll see how much we get of him. God, it's almost like a cheat when you realize,
his character, John, come on, in Grace and Frankie.
Oh, you loved him in Grace and Frankie.
Theater,
he was
the
great.
local theater director who took it very seriously. It was so fantastic.
Oh, he was a prima donna. It was great.
Oh, I love him. I love him.
So he's popped up, and I was going to say it's a little bit of a cheat, but sometimes I will look on IMDb and see how many episodes somebody's in just to know.
Oh.
It's a real cheat if you want to know if someone's going to die. Like in a show, you check and see they're only in 3 episodes. They're gonna die. But in a comedy thing, if
I
they're
have never done that. That's crazy.
What? I do it all the time.
It's an absolute cheat, and you shouldn't do it ever. And also, you can barely trust IMDb, so don't do it.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Tim Bagley, what I really remember, this is 40, as the gynecologist, is pretty
Oh
magical.
my God. Yes, I mean, it's like, I can tell how old you are by how many rings as her legs are spread. No, he's one of those people you just cast him in that bit part and he will steal the scene.
Oh, yeah. Well, he already did. So, okay. So anyway, that is Somebody Somewhere on HBO. Happy it's back. Bridget Everett. Love her. And there you go.